Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 25 of our Season 2 for Medieval Dynasty. Today we're going to be starting out by flipping the season over to spring and getting our rye handled and making some flatbread. We're also going to try and get the flax field planted and probably try and plant a little bit of oats to get some more animal feed going on. It's the every other year, so we may as well do it. We're also going to see if we can't find that second farmer that we were looking for, and see if we can't move the farmers to where they're closer to the field, since our housing situation's kind of changed a little bit. Anything else, we're just going to kind of play by ear and see what we see. So if you learned anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load in. Alrighty, here we go. So let's go ahead and sleep. Yeah, it looks like we've got three. Oh, that's the donkeys that don't have any food right now. But that's okay, because they don't really need food. So let's go ahead and pass into next season right after we grab the scythes that I forgot about. Always a good idea to have scythes. So we are going to need them. Alright. This is not the field. This is the field. Alright. Hopefully our wife will be going back to work here momentarily as well. I don't know if it's this season, but it's coming up very soon. Because remember, she's only out of work for actually 2 years. Alright, so let's see what our taxes are this year. They are almost 7,000. That's not super bad, so let's go ahead and have her pay those so that we don't have to worry about them. And we will get cracking on this, oh boy. I just accidentally destroyed one of our crops. Now I need to fire myself now. That's bad. That's super bad. Maybe I should have just let them handle it and ignored it. And we're only doing this because we get double the amount that they do, and because we need the farming XP. Once we hit max level farming, we will probably stop dealing with the fields at all, especially since we have that third spot set up for us. But for right now... Hey, Stesso, what's going on, man? I wasn't sure if you'd be on or not. It looked like you were AFK. But I am certainly happy to see you, sir. Did you pop in time to see me destroy part of the field myself? Oh! That's kind of late for dinner for you, buddy, isn't it? I know you're a night owl, but usually you're getting ready for bed and whatnot. Although I guess you still have at least 2 hours if you plan on watching the stream, but... I don't know, I just had dinner myself, so it was my stepfather's birthday, so we went out and had some Italian with him. That was exciting. Ah. Yeah, I accidentally demolished part of the field here. I had my hoe out instead of my scythe like I thought I did, so apparently I need to fire myself now. Although at least I didn't do half the friggin' field like the other one did. It only took me one for me to notice. Alright, so let's throw this in here for now. R for rye. Yes. So I don't know how much you've looked into the other Dynasty games in the series, but I noticed that they have like a lumberjack and a mining dynasty, and I'm kind of interested in those, but I'm not sure how interested I really am. I'm confused as to how in-depth the actual dynasty mechanics are for something like that. I'm more worried it's going to wind up being like Farming Simulator instead. Which, I mean, I enjoyed Farming Simulator, but that's not what I expect out of a Dynasty game. I pretty much enjoy anything that I can make absurd amounts of money with a little bit of effort, or that has mechanics that I can learn and manipulate. That's generally my my MO for games. I like to be able to learn new systems and new worlds and use them against themselves, so to speak. I'm not really going to worry about all of the little spots that we missed. We will let them handle that, because they're going to harvest a fair amount of this. It's not all going to be us. I'm not going to spend the normal amount of time that we do in the mine or in the fields this time around. We're just going to quickly blitz through what we can. Give everything a once-over. Anything that we miss, we'll let them handle. And that way we can get started on the flatbread. Because with luck, we shouldn't have to manually sell our flatbread this time around. We're going to try to get the vendors to do it for us. Because we now have 2 food vendors, we should be able to go all in on one of them and hopefully have it all sold off before it goes bad. I believe a year in food storage gives you 50% quality. And the difference in quality if we hand sell stuff makes it not sell for as much, but with the market stalls, it'll still sell for the full amount even if it's partially damaged. So I think that'll essentially give us 2 years to sell something, but if it takes more than a full year to sell it, then we're going to have a problem because we're going to be introducing more than we're actually getting rid of, and eventually that's going to catch up and bite us in the ass. So ideally, I want to be able to sell it all within a full year. That is our target. Now we are going to do some some oats for animal feed this time around because we are getting a little bit low. Unfortunately, it's going to be next fall, or next spring rather, before we actually get anything out of the oats, because I'm not going to keep any of this rye back in preparation for the oats because I don't know how much we'll need, and I don't really want to guess. So we'll just take the next rye harvest and put it through with the oats. We have 3 people without tools right now. Hopefully, it doesn't look like any of them are farmers, though. The traders are having a rough go of it, though. Okay, we'll let them handle the rest of that, and we will definitely change our fields over. So we're going to make this one into, well, most of, they're mostly going to be flax. So that's flax. That's going to be half flax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. And then half oat. I said half. Thank you. And then this one will be, I'm not entirely sure which field's which. But I think that'll do. There we go. Well, shit, maybe we do need to help out with this a little bit. He is, he's not actually clearing out the last of the flax. He is, already manuring stuff. Like a goober. Not sure what that's about. So's the other one. Why are you guys not taking the last of this? Oh my. He is. But he's not. Alright. I guess we are gonna clean up after ourselves. I lied. Oh, horse, that is a bad place to be, buddy. Well, that worked out perfect with our scythe, at least. Alright, so let's get the last of the rye out of storage as well. From the bit that one guy harvested. Rye. I really wish that the storage would scroll just a little bit faster. Sometimes that frustrates me. You roll your mouse like crazy and it still barely moves. Seriously? Oh, that's okay, we can move. No biggie. Now we can't. Thankfully, this isn't going to take all of spring, because, yeah. Alright. We're going to go ahead and put our straw in here. S for straw. And we've got quite a bit of rye, so I want to see how much rye is left in here. Rye grain, rather. And we might just take it all for easy math. Yep. And we are going to put 315 back. Or 310. We landed on 310. That should be fine. So we're going to put 310 back, and then the rest of this we are actually going to turn into flour. We're not going to save any for the oats. We will get the next batch and use that instead. We should have more than enough fertilizer based on what I checked last time. I'll double check just to be sure because I'm paranoid. We all know that. But we should be okay on that front. That's 2,500 flour. This is going to be absolutely heinous. So what we're going to do is take 12 logs and turn them into buckets. Because our other buckets should be damaged by now at least, or starting to become almost unusable. And this process will probably break them, but mostly this way we'll have them. And the reason I did 12 is it doesn't batch as a 3. So if you do 10 buckets, you always have one that's just an odd one out and just kind of sitting in your inventory as wasted weight. So we're going to work around that by doing it this way. But I don't want to worry about busting our buckets that we're actually using for water, and we will throw these in there to replenish because they will be partially damaged by the time that we're done. So we'll put them back in to be used for water afterwards. All that we need for flatbread is water and flour. Now we could, if we saved some of the other grains, probably make a little bit more money off the different types of bread, but the flatbread is just super easy to make if done this way, so that's why we're doing it the way that we are. It's a lot less attention required and a lot less effort as far as growing different things. Because remember, any oats that we grow are going to eat into our flax crop, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think we still had some extra flour left. I want to double check from last time and from stuff that we have found from NPCs in the interim. Yeah, we've got like 19 in there. Okay, so let's get started on this flatbread. It shouldn't take too awful long, especially with the instant craft thing going on. But it is going to take a minute. Oh.
How can
I need you to bugger off. Thank you. Alright. So it looks like we'll be able to make it in batches of 40. I was not paying attention to how much flour that I actually used to see how many trips of this is going to take. I'm sure it's going to be a few. I think last time we got around 200. So if it's 40 apiece, we're looking at probably around 5 trips. But we shall see.
Hello.
Oh, no worries, man. What are you having? Anything good? Okay, so that took 320 flour. So we are looking at least 5 more trips. Probably 6, but the 6th one will be a partial. And these are going to be worth right around 100 coins per. So we're making about 4,000 coins per craft here. Which really shows you just how much money this is going to be worth in the end. Chopped meat, potatoes, and onions fried in a pan. Oh, dude, that sounds amazing. Of course, anything that's got meat in it's kind of hard to go wrong with. And potatoes. The starchy goodness of potatoes. I think the onions are just there for flavor at that point. So we've got a baby male horse that is in the process of growing up. And we named this one Steve. And I'm torn between requesting a new round of names for the baby horse or just naming him Steve 2. And then Steve 3 and then Steve 4, so on and so forth. Because that way I don't have to remember multiple names, I can just call them all Steve. Steve 2.0, yep. So I know once our donkey is grown, we're probably going to sell off the old donkey, because we were not nearly as attached to him as we were the original donkey. We didn't spend as long with him. And we didn't really get up to nearly as many shenanigans with him. So I'm not super attached to him. The only real reason that we're keeping them at all is because we don't have to feed them and we can let them breed and sell off the babies. Doo-doo-doo. But I think our next one's a dappled or painted. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not great with horse breeds. I need you to... Thank you. Alright, well, it looks like we're still doing 40. I've lost count of how many trips we're on here. I think this is 4, but I could be wrong. And we still have at least 2 left. We have 2 and a partial left. I really need you to stop doing this to me, man. He's just not getting the picture. Oh, it looks like we have a quest somewhere in the village. That could be fun. You know what? Let's see. So we've been steadily reducing our weight. It might actually be faster not to fool with the horse right now. So I don't think we're max burdened anymore. This is a lot. That's 4,000 coins per craft once they've all sold. Alright, yep. We have 34 left, so we're going to get 11 more. And then we'll have 1 flower left over. How is our farming level doing, actually? So we are 9, almost 9.5. Because that's going to affect our orchard skill. What? This is not the kitchen. Oh, 4 instead of 11. I thought we had 33 left. I thought it took 3. Oh, it doesn't. It must not take 3 per. It must be more than that. Oh, it took 32, so I'm guessing it's 8 per. Well, we can look. We're right here. Yeah, it's 8 per, not 3 per. Oh, well. Alright, then we can refill these the rest of the way up and put them over in the food thingy. They should be fairly damaged from all of that. Yeah, they're almost busted. All of them. We almost worked all the way through those buckets. So let's go ahead and put these apples in there for the villagers to eat, because they're almost dead. Our buckets we'll put in there. The cheese can go in there. It's almost gone. Cherry pie we're going to sell. The flatbread definitely needs to go in there, but I want to make sure that they're not eating it first. Okay. So let's make sure that they're not going to eat the bread when I put it in there. Food items. Flatbread. Okay, they're not going to eat it. At 324 flatbread. Okay, so we need to fix up our services buildings. So our clothes stall, this one's going to be all in on simple shoes. Oh no, this one's all in on hats, okay. And then this one's all in on simple shoes, right? Yes. Perfect. And then our food stall, this one is cherries and flatbread, and this other one is all flatbread? Oh, it is cherries and flatbread too, but we're going to take that back and make it all flatbread because I'm not entirely sure. So we're looking at 9 flatbread there and 15 flatbread here. So that's 26 flatbread per day. So we have 322 divided by 26 gives us 12.4 days worth of flatbread. And there are only 12 days in a season. So hopefully as what's-their-face levels up in this other food stall, yeah, hopefully as the other one levels up, that will balance out, because right now we have just over a year's worth to sell. So I mean, that's 613 coins per day out of them and 385 out of them. But they're going to level fairly quick. I mean, the other one's already level 6 and we didn't sell much food. So it's not going to take them long to go up. The 2 clothes stalls are set up. What are we doing for tools? It's just stone and copper knives, okay. And then in the resources, we're looking at baskets, feathers, and wooden vials. So let's back our feathers off a bit and up our vials a bit. And then our baskets we can just leave where they're at for now. Okay. The tool stall might need to be adjusted sometime in the near future. So let's go ahead and see. I'd like to get rid of those. Simple shoes will be fine. So the sticks should be fine. Let's take these sticks and make some baskets so that they stop complaining. But I think the stone knives are going to have to come off the list because I don't think we're really making stone knives anymore. Basket. Small basket should be down in the S's. Yes. Okay, so that's going to handle that. Unfortunately, I should not have used all of those sticks because to make some copper knives is going to require some sticks. Alright, so let's see what we've got going on as far as copper knives is going to go. So if we look in our production, we've got Smithy 1 is making a little bit of stone knives, which we may as well pull out, honestly. And then the other ones are also doing a little bit of stone knives, yep. And then these guys are doing... Hey Alex, what's going on, man? Okay, so the same. So we're looking at 4.5 there. We're looking at 9 there. And 9 there. So that's 18... 22, we'll say 23 for rounding reasons. And how much are we actually extracting? We are extracting 26. Okay. So even with all that, they can't quite keep up on the ores, it looks like. So let's help a little bit here. I really should have brought Steve with us. We're just trying to get ourselves situated here and see if we can't streamline a little bit of our crafting before we go and start looking for people. We already made all of our flatbread, which was quite a lot, and figured out that it's going to take them just over a year to sell all the flatbread. So it should work out as the person in charge of the second stall levels up. It should even out on us. But for right now, that's where we're at. Why do we not have any tin ore? We seriously have 0 tin ore and 0 tin bars. But if we look here, they are harvesting tin, right? Yeah. Ah, crap. We're one down on the mine. What do we have for extraction people? Yeah, we're not making anything out of tin. That's actually an inefficient use of tin. It's worth more if it goes into bronze and you sell things that use bronze. 2 lumberjacks. Are we a lumberjack? No, we're not a lumberjack down. Okay. There's a miner there. Water carrier, miner. Oh, that's our kid. He's too young to work. Mother. Oh my god, it's season 1 all over again. Okay, it doesn't look like we have anybody that's got a 3 that's in a position that we don't particularly need at the moment, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we're just going to be a little bit short, I think. Alright, well, that's going to put us over on copper. If we're making the same amount of tin that we are copper, then we're going to just be ahead by 23 copper. They are good money, but I actually did a video where we went into a deep dive of the math using relational mathematics to figure out what the cost or the price for each material was, and tin is best used to make bronze. Let's see here. We did, so if you go into your technology and whatnot, we went through like the wicker basket is better than the large wicker basket because this takes 12 sticks for 25 coins, whereas this takes 5 sticks for 15 coins, so you get 3 coins per stick here, but if you come down here, you're getting significantly less. You're getting just over 2. It's like 2 1/12, basically, coins per stick. So we did that for everything, and we would figure out what the highest thing that you could make with something was, like with sticks. So we know that our ratio for sticks, you either want the wooden spoons, which is also 3-to-1, or the wicker basket, which is 3-to-1. So we know that a stick is worth 3. So at that point, you can go into things like your stone knives. So if we look at a stone knife, do we even have any stone knives right now? We can make one. So if you look at your stone knives, it takes 2 stones and 5 sticks to make a knife. So we know that sticks are worth 3 coins apiece, which means 15 coins are for the sticks. So if we go down to the stone knife, we can say it's worth 40, so you subtract 15, which is going to put you at 25. 25. And then you divide 25 by 2, because it takes 2 rocks, and that's going to tell you how much each rock is worth. So we did that for all of the items, and I did do a video on that, and I did the version where I left the math in, and then I did the version where I left the math out, so that you could just get a quick which one's best kind of a thing. But those are those are the values that we're going off of. I think I should still have that somewhere on my desktop. Give me just a moment. So here, I will, we're going to switch monitors for just a moment for the stream. So these were what our general consensus was for each material. So sticks are worth 3 coins apiece. Use them on ladles or small baskets, but they are better used for stone knives. Stones are worth 12.5 based on sticks cost, and they are best used for stone knives. Logs are worth 60 apiece if you make wood vials out of them, which is the best use of logs. Clay is worth 20 apiece if you make clay vials out of them, which is the most efficient use of clay. Bronze is worth 110, and the best use of that is bronze shearing scissors. Copper is worth 53.5 if you use it to make copper knives, but it's better used to make the bronze if you have the tin. Leather is worth 12.5 if used to make simple shoes. Anything else is not going to give you as much per leather. Fur is worth 7 apiece for fur capelets, but it's not worth the linen to make the fur capelets, so you really don't want to do that, because linen is worth 76.66 if used to make caps and hats. So if you just use linen, it's worth 76.66 per cap, but it's worth more if you use it to make hats, which also requires the wool cloth, which makes wool worth 185 for a hat. Straw is worth 2.625 coins, but it's not worth the linen use. Again, you're going to drop your linen cost if you, or your linen price if you do that. Feathers, the best use is just to sell straight up feathers, but you really don't want to send your hunters after feathers unless you need them for arrows. Otherwise, you're just going to send them after leather for the money. And then tin is worth 56.5, and I believe we did get that from saddles. No, the 56.5 came from turning it into bronze, because saddles actually dramatically reduced how much it was worth. And that based on the leather and the other things involved. So if we say leather's worth 12.5, the tin's worth 56.5, etc., you come out belly up if you do it that way. And then iron is worth 148.5 if you use it to make iron knives. So that's, and I do have a video where we actually go into the math so you can see exactly how I did the math and how we came to the conclusions that we did. But those are the best prices per material that we were able to come up with. And that's actually what we've been making money this run off of, and that's why we had as much money as we did as early as we did, is because we'd done all that math in in Season 1, so we knew kind of which way we were going with it. But that being said, that is if you want to min-max. If you're having fun selling your saddles, by all means sell your saddles. And as far as things being worth it or not being worth it, it depends entirely on what you're using it for. If you're crafting an item to use the item, then it is always worth it, regardless of how much it's worth or not worth. With some exceptions, like you should always buy your backpacks. Don't waste the money on the recipe to craft them, because you only need one, and it's actually a very inefficient use of materials. But it is a quality of life item, so if you did make it, it's not really a waste, because you still needed it. Well, it wasn't so much complex as just time-consuming, really. It's all basic arithmetic. It just took quite a bit of time. I think it took the better part of a stream, didn't it, Stesso? But even if they do change it, we'll just do it again. It's fine. I like the game enough that it's worth it. And that kind of stuff is actually fun to me. I like finding ways to game the system, so to speak. To me, that's fun. I completely forgot what I was in the middle of. Copper knives. Right. And that's like, we did have a cow farm set up last season that we, in the end, wound up tearing down because it took more effort than it was worth for the money outgo. Our time was better spent elsewhere. But it doesn't mean that cows aren't worth having, provided you're having a fun time with it. It just wasn't something that we wanted to spend our time with, in the interest of min-maxing, particularly since Season 1 was completely vanilla. That's fair. You don't really have the points to make it when you need it, but... I don't know, my very first 2 playthroughs, I think, of the game, I didn't realize that... Hello, logs. Is that a rabbit or a bandit? That's a rabbit, okay. I didn't know that, well, I knew that you could buy things, but I didn't know where to go to buy it, so I wound up not using a backpack until I could actually make it myself in my first few playthroughs of the game. Way back in the pre-1.0 days. That was a fox, it wasn't even a rabbit. What the hell? What's going on in this place? Hey, is that an iron axe? No, it's bronze. And some cheese. You know what? We may as well. We're off the horse. Let's just grab the planks. Alright. Do you guys have any farmers for us? Wait, we need a male farmer? Or a we need a male farmer, I think. But we also need some extractors. So if I want to use an extractor, you are not. That is unfortunate. Alright, so let's sell off some of this wine that we found. We can sell off our old boots, because we don't need those anymore. We've got the fancy noble boots now. Cheese can go. The cherry pie can go. Copper axe can go. The copper knives I meant to put in storage. We're not going to sell all of those. We will sell the fur stuff, though. And the hot plants he will not buy because he is out of money. Wow, hot plant seedlings are worth a lot. Mead? Nope, can't afford it. Can't afford the meat pie. Can't afford the beer. What good are you, man? You're broke. Porridge? What about these potions? You can take one of them. 27 remaining. Let's offload this rotted meat that I'm never going to eat now. And salted meat we can hold on to. I might actually eat that. The simple tunic is worth way more than he can afford. He's got 21 coins left. Now he's got 4.9. Alright, we left him with $2. Oh, get up, Kinga.
How is that only the best product, sir?
Oh, I hate when they go to bed on us. Okay, so the meat pies. The oat beer? Oh, wow, she's got quite a bit of money this time around. That is good for us. Simple tunic, some trousers. Get rid of the rest of these wooden bolts and this crossbow. And we didn't bring any of our other crap to sell, which was, in hindsight, not my brightest move, but that's okay. We still made quite a bit off of her.
See you soon.
Alright, so let's head up and over the pass and see if they have our male farmer or a couple of extractors. Because if one of the miners is already out with child, that means that the other, because there are 3 solid couples of miners. So if one of them has already had a child, the other 2 are not going to be far behind. There's some more fur that we can sell. There's an iron axe. We will definitely take you. Leather. That's going to translate to money. Oh, and a longbow. We can sell that too. Did I already... No, I didn't. Sell those copper arrows too. Medium wicker basket. Some dried meat for us. Alright. Well, all in all, I would say that was not the worst of stopovers there. So I would have just run past that wolf, but with all that stuff right there, it seemed kind of a waste. Alright, and it looks like we skirted the other two. Don't separate them before they level up. Nah, I'm not that worried about it. Their children are still going to be good because I pair them off based on what they are. So they're still going to be solid kids, and then as the kid grows, it's going to gain some skill, and then when I apprentice it, it'll gain more. But I'm not going for the super 10 skill from the get-go kids straight out the gates. It's more maintenance than I really want to deal with.
Of the highest quality.
I have a hard enough time with the explosion of children anyway. You should see our season 1. It was absolutely awful. It was horrible. We had so many kids. Half the village was children.
Things. It was nice seeing you.
Let's see. So she's an extractor. He's not a farmer, though. We'll take you, and we'll put you in the overflow for now. Management. Oh no, yeah, he's, right. So we will put her to work in the mine. Alright. North. Are those bandits? Holy crap, they're close to town. Like, they can literally throw a rock and hit the, fast travel dude. No, no, no. Well, I'm glad he hesitated. That could have been bad. I am kind of curious, though, since we only have one currency in this game and it is coins. I'm kind of curious as to how we can have partial coins. It's like he had 59 point something, or we have 136,157.3 coins. How do we have 0.3 coins? That doesn't make any sense. Copper knife. They didn't even have the decency to rob anything good. Although I guess sitting this close to town, salted fish meat is contraband. That's fun. Alright, so we still need a male farmer and we need a male extractor. And then we're still holding out for that female herbalist to match up with the guy that started with the 6 in survival. So that way we can pair those two together. Alright. Now we're not going to be able to sell because it's too late, but we should be able to get our people. So let's see, male extractor, for sure. 2 male extractors, 3, geez, this is all about extractors over here. It's Poznan and Zemawit. We'll take Poznan, his name's easier to say. Doo-doo-doo. I believe it's that one. I hope it's that one. Alright, so now for extraction, where are we going to put this guy? Oh shit, we need hunters too. Yeah, we're going to have to build some more houses. So that's a problem. So in the mine, how do our extractors look? It looks like everybody's still 3. And none of them are pregnant yet, so I don't really want to remove any of them for that. How do our woodsheds look? Both are male. Male and female, but she's not pregnant yet either. So how does our well look? She is not pregnant and is fine. They didn't have any currency in the Middle Ages. Silver coins were accepted everywhere, and it didn't matter if it was minted by the English king or it was an Arabic dinar. Fair enough. Yeah, it was mostly barter back in the medieval ages, I thought. I don't know what we're going to do with this guy. What other skills does he have? Production. Let's temporarily put him in production until, because we have a smithy that's only got 1 person in it. So let's put him in there until such time as one of the other gals becomes pregnant. Alright, we are still off looking for a male farmer. Do we have a spare bow? We do. We do have a spare bow. Because ours is getting kind of dinged up. Ooh, that's a fence. Whoa, that's a building. You are about useless, aren't you, buddy? I'm sorry. How old are you?
How can I help you?
18. Nope, that's not gonna work. I was gonna take her because she had a hunting skill and put her in with the guy that we've currently got for the survival. Since he has 3s and everything else, it wouldn't be a complete waste. But with him being over 30, I'm pretty sure he's over 38. I could be wrong, though. I don't think that they could have children. Or if they did, it would take forever and a day. You, sir, are not a farmer. How old are you? 29. Alright, fine. It's not ideal, but at this point I don't know that it's worth the struggle to make the ideal couples. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to put you in the hunting shack. Oh, we just lost another one of the hunting shack. Fantastic. Huh. No wonder we're struggling. Let's see here. People. Please give us a male farmer. This will be the second season that we've been looking for a male farmer. These are both females, aren't they? Fantastic. Come on, Borowo. Wait, did that not take? No, it took. This is why I pre-recruited all the people for our mine, because sometimes the game just gives you the giant middle finger when you're looking for people. Oh. Looks like we've got a dude this time. They had money, but they didn't have a free market. For example, you couldn't just buy. Couldn't just buy a case if you had the money. Eh. Fair enough. Wait, male farmer!
Hello there.
Strogamir. Merry Birthmas. Welcome to your new house and wife. Okay, so if we look and we don't need anybody in the donkey shelter, I think he's actually going to wind up in the barn, to be completely honest. So we've already got people in the farm sheds, and I believe they are all male, so we're good on that front. The pigsty's good, the stable's good, the fold is good, and the goose house is good. So yeah, we're going to put him in the barn for now, but that way he can swap out when one of the animal keepers becomes pregnant. So that'll give us a little bit of a front there. How many more damn kids do we have? Yep, we're up to 9 kids now. And pregnancies will put us at 10. Just 10, okay. So how many people do we currently have? 42. Oh, 61. So 61 minus 9. We're not quite to, we're not quite to half. We still have a little ways to go to be at half. I think we're at about a fifth. Maybe a little less. He's making dinner. He said he was semi-AFK for a bit. Till dinner was ready. Oh, perfect timing. Oh, well that was interesting. I don't even know what he tripped over that time. We were running alongside the fence. It's not like we hit the fence. Steve, you really got to work on this, buddy. Just in time to see the Superman, Stesso. Huh. They're in bed, aren't they? Yeah, of course they are. Alright, let's look at our animals and see if anybody's grown. We still only have 2 sheep. That is disappointing. Oh, we're up to 10 geese. Oh, 2 males. That's not good. Horse. Hey, we have 4 horses now. We will definitely have to check and see if that filly's black. I want to see what color her coat is. These guys. So the foal's getting up there. I think they need to be 2 to be adults. I could be wrong on that, though. We can go check. Let's, what do we do on coins? No new coins? Okay. But we can take 38 logs, 108 rocks. There's some extra iron axes now, so that's good. Oh. Name it Philly cheesesteak. Oh, that's a good idea, Stesso. I think they changed something with the animals. They take longer to make babies now. Yeah. Well, when they first released the animals, they did not behave properly at all. They were really not worth the time or the effort. But they have since fixed that to some extent or another. But there are still oddities with them, I think, sometimes. We got a traffic jam with a sheep that thinks he's a goose. So that's fun. But at least we can shear him while he's stuck in the doorway. Well, the percent chance with the animals is just that. It's a percent chance, so it gives you a little bit of an oddity there. For each male, so the check is done per female, and for each male that's present, you have a 20% chance with the horses and with the mounts. You have a 20% chance, and I think it's a 15% chance with the regular farm animals per male that's of their species that's with them. Per season, yes. Sorry. You the filly? You are, and you're all gray. That's sad. I was hoping you would be black. But we're going to take Stesso's idea, and we are going to name you Philly Cheesesteak. So we're going to go into our Philly, and we're going to give it a custom name. And it's going to be Philly Cheesesteak. And we're going to spell it Philly like Philly instead of Philly like Philadelphia. Alright, then you, we're going to name you Steve 2. Alright, let's go see. I think the donkeys only have one coat. I could be wrong on that, though. So let's see what our baby donkey looks like. Alright. I forgot that I can't move. Yeah, it looks just like the adult donkeys, don't you? Right you are. I'm pretty sure there's only one coat for the donkeys. We've got our little street here with our turnoff. I wonder if we don't park him behind, if it would be a little bit easier. Alright, so we'll put our logs, and we're going to wind up with too many logs because it looks like we do have one tree that we're going to have to remove. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see, because I would like to leave it if we can. So we turn ourselves south, get ourselves lined up. That doesn't seem right. I feel like we're way too far away. We are. Yeah, I think that tree's gonna go. I forgot that we sold our mostly busted axe. I was hoping to leave that tree so that they'd have one by their back window, but it just was not in the cards. Unfortunately. Yeah. You are just a couple of inches too far away, aren't you? No? No, we can make this work. Steve, look at me. Steve. Look at me, Steve. Thank you. No, no. Like that. we go. This will get the people out of the overflow house again, because we have already got people in the overflow house again. I know you're all terribly surprised by that. There for a long time in Season 1, I was pretty sure that our overflow housing may as well have just been permanent housing. So we need 40 logs, and I know we've got a couple on us. 3. So we want 37 logs. Just turn into planks, and that'll finish off the roof. We can get them out of temp housing. And then we need to reevaluate where our farmers are living. Excuse me. So I think 2 of them are near the farm. But we had that one guy that we moved in, and I just want to make sure that all of the farmers are along that little farming alley now, so that they're all right there. So they are the only villagers that actually have to be near their workstation, so we want to make sure that they are super close to the fields. Okay, so let's see who all we've got as farmers. So right now we've got Gerund, Racebor, and Negrode. So Gerund, Racebor, and Negrode. Alright, so that's got the 3 farmers super close to the fields. So at this point, I'm not sure. I think their wives are already there. So I think their wives are the ones that are in the farm sheds anyway. Or not the farm sheds, the animal husbandry stuff. So like we've got Georgiana, we've got Frida, Ulrika. If you go diagonally, you go faster. Well, I guess you kind of do. So that's Albreda, who is an animal breeder. Okay. This is Uwalda, who is a miner. You know, we're just going to go with it. Frida. And Tibalda. Okay. So we should be okay there. They're not dealing with the fields anyway, so they really don't need to be close to the fields. Now we do have one house that is empty. Yep. So that one we're going to need to move these 2 into. Amerigo and Berta. So there we go. Overflow housing is now free and clear again. And I did notice that we have something that is a little bit damaged. Because it fills the side. I've got this field is 10 by 10, this field is 10 by 10, this field is 10 by 10. which allows you to put a 5x5 for your orchard. And once we get the tavern, we're going to use those 25 cherry trees to make cherry wine to sell as well. But the trees, when you plant them, take a year and a season to bear fruit. And I wanted to make sure that they were grown by the time that we got to the tavern. I just had a bit of a swing and a miss on the timing there. We probably could have waited quite a bit longer before we planted them. But that's alright. Right now we just sell the cherries. Snowed. Hey. Wake up. What do you need?
How are you?
Could use your help. You want to... Oh, a building hammer. Sure thing. Because that's going to give us tech points. Alright. Did this loser get out of bed yet? Yes. Waldebert.
Hail, friend.
What do you need? What is it? You're about to go hunting and you lack some equipment. You know what? It'll raise your happiness. I really don't want to, but hopefully he doesn't want a bow. No, he wants spears. Good, good, good. 2 spears. That's an easy fix. Just pop over here and take one of these down. Geronimo! So that's him taken care of. And the other one, I don't know if he wanted, he wants a copper hammer. That's fine. I think we still have one in storage. I think we saved one specifically for that quest when it came up. Waldebert. There you are. Good hunting. Well, we did get some leather for that, so that translates to coinage, but mostly that was just for his happiness. Let's check and see if we do, in fact, still have that copper hammer. Copper, 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 copper. We do not. That's alright. We have 2 copper bars, and we can use that to make a copper hammer. And this should get us some build tech points. How close are we to our next build project? Oh, our next one's iron, guys. Alright, so it's not going to put us all the way there, but it's just going to put us at about half... we're only going to be about 500 points away. So we got quite a few points from just making the rye. We're getting close, Deso. We're almost iron, buddy. I just got the achievement for 100 side quests, so that's exciting. I do like achievements. Alright. Now let's eat some of these scrambled eggs before they go bad on us. So I think they're already at 50. They are. I'm gonna put this cheese in there. I'm not gonna bother. Whoops. I'm not gonna bother selling it. I just want to get it out of my inventory. Same with these apples. We'll let them eat them. It's no biggie. I still haven't put those copper knives away, And we do need a new bronze knife, it looks like. So let's go ahead and take 2 bronze. So apparently at some point during that hunting I was in fact using the copper knife to skin, which is never good. There we go. So put these copper knives in here for sale. No, I had a bronze knife, so why did this go... Oh, I don't think I was using it to skin. I think we found one. I think that's what that was about. Alright, so quest-wise, there are a couple in Gustovia, but also that's where Alwyn's at. So let's go and check out Gustovia. So I think this one's going to have us go talk to, what's-her-face for him, Gisela. And then she's going to tell him to hunt a Winston. I think we got lucky, or we got significantly unlucky in Season 1, because the wandering quest with Alwyn this time didn't make us babysit his ass all the way back across the countryside. He actually walked without us. So I think we just got super unlucky on the first one. On the first season. I think he was kind of bugged. That's a moose. That's a piggy. That's 2 piggies. I thought I heard a howl. Ta-da! Alright, let's see what these guys need, and if we can scam any tech points out of them. The kid?
Hello, sir.
Can I help you with something? What is a child? He wants to pretend to be an adult. Sure, why not? I like tormenting other parents. What do you want, kiddo? 2 wooden spears, that's easy enough. Alrighty. Now where's our other quest?
Hail, friend.
Strongman. Nope, I'm not helping you with food.
How are you?
Because we don't get tech points for that, and it's not as entertaining as giving a child something his parents already told him he couldn't have. Ah, crap. Should have made some more hats before we left. I completely spaced it. Alright, let's go talk to Alwyn. And see if any of these trees regrew. I really don't want one of the big ones. I would be happy with just a birch would be fine. No birch? No birch. We're going to wind up with some extra logs that we don't care about. The trees over here are phenomenal. It's a sad, sad state that there's not a lot of flat land over here. That is the only real gripe I have about the place that we are built this season, is the trees. They're almost all birch, and it was a giant pain in the ass to really get up and off the ground dealing with birch instead of maples and, whoa. Dealing with the bigger trees that drop 3 and 4 logs instead of 2. But we overcame, as one does. Yeah, where'd that kid go? Oh, look, right in front of your dad. I'm going to hand you these spears right in front of your father. Yeah. I kind of like the way that Worm Unlimited did it. They set them up to where the different wood types were used for different things. Like you wanted willow for a bow or a fishing rod. You wanted oak for your tool handles. Birch was best for burning. You got more burn time out of it. Like they went really detailed with it. It was super cool. Oh, just like the first day we met. You don't look happy. Why do you think so? You don't have to worry about me so much. Are you sure this is the life you want? No, but this is the one I have, and as you know, I have a lot of work ahead of me. I understand. Now we gotta go talk to Gisela. Run, 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 run. You know, we didn't encounter nearly as many bandits this season as we did last season. I feel like every time we left the damn village last season, we encountered at least one group of bandits, sometimes more than one. And this season, it's actually not been too bad. I still don't understand how people were complaining that they go an entire gameplay, an entire playthrough, and never see bandits. That's just absurd to me. But they must, like, literally never leave their village. We're just gonna piss off everything in the forest. It's fine. We do want to get a little bit of stamina back, though, before we get up over here for the wolves. So we did kill that one, but the other two were MIA. So I'm sure they've wandered by now into a spot to be super annoying, because that is what they do. Yeah, there's one. I don't think he actually aggroed, though. I think he was just making noises. Alright, seriously, you guys, 6 of them without tools again. Yeah, I kind of wondered about that too, because I kept calling them Buffalo, and it turns out they're actually supposed to be Winston. Which aren't even native to this continent, but, you know. Straight to the point. Alright, do you remember Alwyn? Of course. Well, did you appreciate training with him? What are you up to? Look, he's a good hunter, but it hurt him a lot when he lost to me. And why are you telling me this? Why would I care? You're one of the most renowned hunters in the valley. I notice you were always alone on the trail. Isn't that a burden? It can be, but I enjoy the space that I have. I understand your point. Nevertheless, wouldn't you make use of an apprentice? I believe that work in the fields is not Alwyn's destiny. I don't need a wimp that gives up whenever he fails. She's got a point. I see. Just don't kill me for giving you this idea. I'm pretty calm, so do not tempt me, or I might take the opportunity after all. And by the way, if that was supposed to be funny, know that I'm not into jokes. Back to the topic, indeed. I've trained the young lad before. I may even have a proposal for him, one he won't be able to refuse. That's great. I'm going to tell him. My offer is a one-way path with no turning back, but before that happens, he has to bring me something special to prove he is worthy. I want to see that he's ready for what awaits him. He will. Thank you for giving him a second chance to share the path with you. I'm a lone hunter. I've given Alwyn some hints, but I am no mentor. I plan to set him on a path to the south, past the mountain ridge. It's the place in my homeland where I learned all of my skills for my kin. Their survival and hunting knowledge is far greater than my own. Starting a family and settling in a village became my weak spot. That's why Alwyn needs to experience the true, untouched wilderness with another master. That means he'll leave the valley for good, a final trial to become independent. Don't forget he has to convince me first, or the deal is off. Now get lost. I'm gone. I think it's funny that he had already hunted a bear, and the thing that we have to convince him to hunt to convince her is a Winsent. Because, in my honest opinion, a Winsent is a far easier hunting task than a bear. But this will clear off Alwyn's quest, and then all we really have to do is deal with, what's her name? I can't remember her name offhand. The gal down in Hornica, and then the guy down in Hornica. He's gonna want some money and some provisions. Oh shit, we're gonna have to get fish for him. I forgot about that. Look, it looks like a village as we ride by now. The only thing it's missing is the palisades that the other villages have. We could always build some around it, but I feel like that would be a tremendous waste of wood at this point. Maybe once we're further along the path. Oh, I thought they were extinct, Alex. That's actually good news that they're not extinct. That's fantastic news. Although, to be fair, we damn near drove the buffalo to extinction, too. It was a near-run thing. They were on the endangered list for a very long time. I was trying to figure out what we got stuck on, and while I was looking off to the side, I ran smack face first into a tree. Fantastic. Oh, I wonder if that's why they claimed they were extinct. Because extinct doesn't actually mean that they're all dead. It just means that there's not enough left to provide enough genetic diversity to revive the species. I'm kind of impressed that they managed to do it. With only 4. The chance for problems from inbreeding becomes very, very real if you don't have a large enough set. Hello again. Alright, that's enough. Get ready. For what? Gisela has plans for you, but needs to be sure you're worthy. Did she tell you that? Well, maybe she didn't use those words exactly, but I kept the meaning. And what does she expect from me? That I would throw it all away and become a lone hunter like she is? The best one in these lands and beyond, if it's possible. Don't you want to see this? Sure, I wish I could. I loved it, but it's not that simple. Sure it is. You're a grown man. It's time for you to start living the way you want. Are you saying that if I just go to Gisela, she'll make me her journeyman? I think her plans exceed traditional training. There's an incredible journey looming in the distance for you. I'm sure it reaches beyond the borders of this valley. You almost swept me off my feet. That's so exciting. Really? I guess it doesn't take much for old farm boy here. But first things first, you can't return to her empty-handed. She has to be convinced that you are worthy. How about hunting a Winsent? I keep calling them Winsent. I don't know where I got the extra N. And where do I find a Winsent now? It was Gisela who always tracked animals when we hunted together. Don't be afraid, my friend. I know exactly where you can find them. I know where you can find like 30 of them. All across the valley. They're friggin' everywhere, man. Thank you, but that doesn't change the fact that I don't even have a bow anymore. Alright, I can do something about that. I'll bring you a really great bow, but promise me something. What? That you will stop doubting yourself. Deal. I'll be back soon. Alright, you know what? Here's how we're going to handle this. We're going to give him our shitty almost busted bow and keep the nice one. So we're going to equip that one. And, well, actually, we're going to drop this one just so that we don't accidentally give it to him. We're going to say, hey, Alan, here you go. That's really generous of you. However, I still don't know how to track down a Winston. No, but you'll learn that from your journeys. But I need to know that to impress Gisela if she is to guide me. You may be right this time. First things first, I will help you one last time. There's a Wysant lurking around in the woods north of Borwo. It must have its feeding grounds there. Try to learn every detail by heart when tracking it. Thank you so much, but do you really think I can do this? Alwyn, the only way to find out is taking a leap of faith and trying it. I know you can. Your future depends on it. You are right. I can do it. I will do it. Today. I've held myself back long enough. I will never forget about all the favors you did me. From now on, I am relying only on myself. I will hear about Alwyn the Hunter one day, no doubt. Take care of yourself. I will. Farewell, and here, take these. I don't need them anymore. Take care, Alwyn. We just got some free iron tools, which is fantastic. Now let's go pick up our spare bow, which is now our main bow, because we gave the one that was almost busted to him. He's going to be real disappointed when he gets like 1 or 2 shots off and it snaps on him. Well, I don't even know what he's going to shoot. He didn't have any arrows. But that's a him problem. Kestrel. That's the gal's name that we were looking for. That is currently our only active quest. Alright, so let's see what these guys are whining about here. Let's close up the houses. The extraction. The well needs buckets, so that's 1. The production. Oh, Smithy's out of materials. Okay, so that's possibly 2, 3, and 4. And then the workshop's missing somebody, which would be 5. Yep, okay. So that's what's going on. None of that stuff we can really deal with at the moment. I don't understand, though, how if we are harvesting more metals than they are using, how they are running out of materials. That is beyond me. Because they're making 9, basically, in each of these. So 9, 18, 27. And if we look in the extraction... Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Because they're pulling in 27, but it's actually 2 of these per. So we need 40, 54. Can we get up to 54? No. Let's see, if we do 18 times 2, that's 36. Let's try and get them to at least 36. And then we'll change this third one off and put them on tools instead. So we're going to be looking at bronze hose. That's probably enough. Same with the shearing scissors. Bronze knife. Bronze shovel's not really necessary. Bronze scythe isn't a bad idea. Bronze bronze axe is probably a good bet too. A bronze hammer wouldn't go awry. And a bronze pickaxe wouldn't go awry. Alright, let's, that leaves a lot left over, doesn't it? This is probably way more in tools than we need, because I didn't actually do any of the math this time around. But we're just gonna go with it. Well, that's gonna be one of them per day to make 9 of these. It's gonna be like half of what they're producing, so let's do like 6. Not really, no. If you're gonna sell bronze material, you want to sell the shearing scissors. If you're going to sell copper or iron, you want to sell the knives. The problem with the scythes is it takes 4 of the ingots to craft, which means anything that takes less than 4 is probably going to be a better trade-off. But you also have the stick cost and the log cost with the scythes. So you're basically losing money on those. And I mean, losing money, I say loosely, because it's all relational mathematics. You're not actually losing money by selling them, because you're not spending money to buy the components for them. But you're not making as much money as you could be if you use those components elsewhere. So, you know, one of the 4 main questions of economics is compared to what? Yeah, exactly. It's an opportunity cost. Well, opportunity is part of cost, always. Cost is not always just coins. So you have the time cost, you have the opportunity cost, you've got... There's lots of different things that go into cost. That's why when people see the supply and demand curves, it gets confusing. And that's not even counting tricksy concepts like sunk cost. The psychology of business class that I had to take was very illuminating in a lot of different ways. Okay, 7. So we need 14 linen. And we can take this leather with us too. Alright, so we've got the end of tomorrow. We will take whatever linen we have not used by then, and we will turn it into hats, rather, or caps. Because after the end of tomorrow, we will be ready to harvest the next batch of flax, so At that point, we'll have gotten as much as we could out of it wool-wise for hats, so the rest of it we will just scrap into caps for sale, and then the next day will be the harvest, and we'll be good. There's 7 more hats for them to sell. I believe also tomorrow the cherries will bloom, which will allow us to sell those as well. I completely forgot that I had leather on me. I really wish that the sheep would breed. I don't know why they're going so slow. We didn't have that problem in Season 1. Not quite. We come pretty close, but there are times when it doesn't quite mesh up. Generally speaking, I try to stream for 2 hours, which works out more or less to... it would work out to a stream a day if we didn't spend any time in the menu, because time is paused when you're in the menu. That's basically where we actually lose the time. We'll just keep the iron scythe on us, so we're going to use that in the morning. Alright, we'll take our bath. Okay, I want to double check these. I'm pretty sure that they come to fruit, yeah, in summer. Alright, so he's seeding, and he still has 1 full day to finish it. Fantastic. He just completely worked the field around this. I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. So we're gonna have to probably help him with that. At least throw down some fertilizer and get the one done. We'll grab ourselves a bag. And 1 fertilizer. And an iron hoe. Alright. So we're going to temporarily place... There's our iron hoe. You in 7. And our bag in 8. 8. And go to fertilizer. Whoop. I have never seen them skip something like that before. That was super weird. There we go. Meh. I'm waiting for the sheep sound where it sounds like they're vomiting. It's just super wet and gross. And it makes me laugh when I hear it. Right. I wanted to check on our fertilizer. So we've got 550, so we're pretty good there. How does our manure look, though? We have almost 500 of that as well. Alright, come on, Steve. I need your help to carry all this poo. Oh, we're not quite close enough. Steve, you let me down, buddy. There we go. And I think we only actually need about 500 a year. Is that right? That sounds right. 500 a year on rough years, 400 a year on the others. So, no, that's not right. 800 a year on the worst years, 700 on the off years. That's what it was. So this should actually put us back up to where we have a full year's worth of fertilizer. Yeah, we're in great shape. The hats are in there. Oh. I threw that meat back in here and forgot to move it. Okay, how are our coins? There's another 2 grand. We're almost to 140,000. So we're making good time there. Hey, Jax. Stevie Navon. That's a clever name for a horse. We might have to change Steve to Stevie Navon. What do you think, Stesso? Yeah, do what he says. Alright, it's a done deal. Management, animals, Steve, H to change name. Yes. Oh no! We can't name this one Stevie Navon the second. Oh, it's not quite long enough to get it in there. We could change nay to nay, but it's not quite the same effect. Yeah, we have to butcher the spelling to get it to work for the second. So maybe we'll just leave this one at Steve 2 until the first one kicks the bucket. So we also have our filly is named Philly Cheesesteak. But yes, that was fantastic, Jax. I very much appreciate that. I do enjoy puns. Alrighty. But it is about that time of the night, guys. It is 8 o'clock, so we're probably going to stop here for the night. We did get some awesome new names for the horse. Stevie Navon. I love it. I'm actually going to... Yeah. Wait. We got to go find the filly now, too. Where's the filly? The other side. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm lost in building hell again. I always get lost in the housing district in our villages. I don't know why. Alright. Unfortunately, though, it is that time of the night, guys, so we are going to go ahead and save for the evening. If you guys if you learned anything useful or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you guys for watching, and we will definitely catch you next time, which will be tomorrow. So, take it easy, guys.